I finally got my hands on a Steam Deck, and of course, first thing I'm going to do is test it on Guilty Gear Strive. Recently, there's been a lot of hubbub on whether or not Guilty Gear Strive was supported, because according to the list of games that are supported, Guilty Gear Strive is not supported at all, and people are surprised about this because Guilty Gear Strive was used in the trailers, so let's find out for ourselves. So the first thing I'm going to do is hop into the dojo and check, whoa, what's that background? Looks like we're missing a couple of assets. I don't know why there's no image there, but we're going to select our Gold Lewis, and of course, we're going to put ourselves against Soul, and we'll see if the game actually works. That is not a good look. So, yeah, don't worry. Okay, so it shows the screen, but then it goes directly into the loading screen, and this is me in training mode. I'm commentating on this, obviously, having already done it, and you can see it works well. You can see the FPS in the top left, and you'll see that for the entire duration of this, and you'll see that there are even more hiccups, I guess you could say. They're just missing assets, so there are no videos for the command list. So training mode, it's almost entirely functional, just missing those assets, and everything works fine. So next we're going to check online matches, and I heard some things about online games not working at all on the Steam Deck because they don't support certain anti-cheats, like it'll think the Steam Deck is like a hacking device. And so I made it to an online lobby, and I realized that I couldn't move, and I didn't know why this was, and I had my Mixbox connected externally, by the way, through a USB hub. So I reset my game, and I figure out that after resetting the game, that wasn't the problem. It was because the Steam Deck actually counts as its own controller. So here I'm still using the Mixbox. And then I realized, oh, well, maybe I should reach over and try the actual Steam Deck, see if I can move around. Thumb reveal, by the way. And you can see I'm perfectly able to move. I guess that's just me not realizing this. We get into a game, and I'm up against Azato. I'm on Nago because I originally didn't want to play Gold Lewis on D-pad or stick. And then I plugged in the Mixbox later. I just forgot to change it. So we get into a game, and don't worry, you're not going to watch me play an entire game. I'm going to speed it up right here. And the point is to look at the FPS in the top left. You can see we're getting constant 60, and I can say as the person that played it, that there were not really frame drops. The game felt very, very smooth when played on the Steam Deck itself. So then I decided to connect the Steam Deck to the monitor to check out the input delay, because this is generally people would be playing it at a LAN setting. You have to change the resolution to 1280 by 720 because natively it's 1280 by 800. So the final thing I'm going to test is input delay, and I did this with kind of a weird methodology because I didn't have really any real tools to do it. So in my editing software, I recorded it and I went to the closest frame to the sound, and then I counted the frames afterwards to see the starting animation of a 5K. So let's get started. First thing I tested was my PC to see how much it usually is. And it turns out I have a 1 frame delay between my button press, or at least the audio of my button press, to the actual character moving. Then I tested the Steam Deck at the same settings, and it turned out I was getting 5 frames of input delay. And finally, I went into Guilty Gear Strive and I lowered the best setting to low, and then I also changed the render percentage from 100 to 80, and I was able to drop it by a frame. So 4 frames of input delay. So to the best of my knowledge, Guilty Gear Strive is about 4 frames on PS4, which is the current standard for events. And so as it currently stands, I can't recommend Steam Deck to people that are trying to run tournaments. But I will say, as a personal device to just play Strive in your bed, it's actually really, really great. It's a surreal experience to play Guilty Gear Strive, a game with fantastic visuals in like a little screen. The game looks gorgeous. Remember that the game is currently labeled as unsupported. Maybe they have some optimizations in plan. Currently, Steam is trying to get all their library to run really, really well on the Steam Deck. So there's hope for the future. So once again, I'm going to say this. If you are currently a tournament organizer, or if you're thinking, Strive and fighting games in general might come to the Steam Deck, it's not going to be for a while. We definitely need some more support. As it currently stands, it's not worth it.